Let's make some deviled potatoes. Great appetizer for a party. So to get started, I have 5 eggs on to boil, and I have 2 bags of these small yellow potatoes. I'm going to boil these as well, just until they are fork tender, nothing crazy. Grab your eggs, separate the yolks from the whites, dice up the whites, and keep them separated. At least they're cooked. When I say dice up your egg whites, I mean tiny little pieces. When you take your potatoes out to boil, drain them and set them to the side because you want them to be able to touch them. So you kind of want them to cool off a little bit so you can handle it. All right, once you have your little potatoes, you're going to cut them in half like this. Grab a small spoon and just carve out the inside. You wanted a little hole. You're going to put the excess of it in a bowl and put your little halves on a sheet pan because we're going to crisp these up a little bit. Just do that until you're done. If you have some that are a little wonky, this was just a very weird shaped one, so I just sliced the top off. This, you just eat it. And then you scoop this one out. And man, preheat your oven to 400. I forget to tell y'all that all the time. You should know me better now. All right, so once you have your potatoes spread out on a pan, get you some olive oil spray and spray it. We're gonna put it in the oven at 400 for probably 10-15 minutes. Just keep an eye on it because you just want these to crisp up so that way they don't just like disintegrate whenever we make them. While those are cooking, we're going to add in the egg yolks. We're just pretty much making potato salad. I'm gonna add some garlic powder, a little onion powder, pepper, and Bailey stole the salt.
It's right there. Oh, you'll put it right back.
Got it. I do not add a lot of salt because we all know that mayonnaise is pretty salty. And don't yell at me. I know this is not Duke's, but it's what I have on hand. I just ran out of Duke's. Let's blame it on her. All right, I'm going to start with, it might be half a cup. You measure with your heart. Mustard. About a tablespoon. And now we want to mix it and mash it. Almost like mashed potato consistency. Remember to taste as you go. I have noticed that I'm definitely not creamy enough and it needs salt. So kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm adding mayonnaise. I almost forgot the most important stuff. Cajun seasoning. I use the no salt Tony's because of all the mayonnaise and already added salt. So I don't need more. But we definitely want a little kick. So you add the Cajun glitter. Once the seasonings is where you want them, this is where we're going to get our minced, pretty much, egg whites and dump them in. Just stir it up until it's incorporated. Now we just wait on the potato skins to get crispy and cool off a little bit, and then we'll be back. So I ended up baking at 400 for 15 minutes, and they didn't look crispy enough to me, so then I broiled them for 5. But make sure you always know if you broil them, do not take your eyes off them. And a little tip, if you're in a rush and you need them to cool off real fast, get your fan you bought off TikTok. Have it blow on them to cool them off faster. And all you're going to do is fill it in, just like you would do a deviled egg. And now you have your little deviled potato. Cute. Now do that on all of them. Once you have them all in your pan, you grab more seasoning. You could use smoked paprika, but we don't live like that. And to be a little bit more fancy, I cooked up some bacon, and I'm going to sprinkle that on top too. And we're done.